and gentlemen, and welcome to Hoff Talk TV. I am your host, Robert Knight. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at RobertKnight_. Check out our show at Hoff Talk and follow the man, the myth, the Hoff, David Hasselhoff at David Hasselhoff. Now this week, David Hasselhoff has been laying low as he prepares for Last Night a DJ Saved My Life. Rehearsals begin very, very soon. David's also going to be filming Season 2 of Hoff the Record very, very soon. So there's a lot of upcoming projects for David Hasselhoff in the works. Speaking of Last Night a DJ Saved My Life, you can of course check out lastnightadj.com for a preview video from David himself speaking about the show. You can also find ticket and tour information on Last Night a DJ Saved My Life at lastnightadj.com, the upcoming musical experience from the one and only David Hasselhoff. This week I wanted to discuss David Hasselhoff's tour, The Hoff is Back. As you can see by my t-shirt here, David Hasselhoff did tour Europe in 2011 with the Hoff is Back tour, and there are several projects that came out of this tour in addition to the awesome concerts that David brought forth across Europe. As you're going to see right now by checking out the back of my shirt, the tour dates are listed here. David toured quite a few different cities throughout Europe. This right here, if you're watching us on davidhasselhoffonline.com, on our YouTube channel, you can see the tour book for the Hoff is Back. If you're checking us out on HIACtalkradio.com, the podcast version, what I'm holding up now is the official tour book for the Hoff is Back. Soon you're going to see some shots from inside of the tour book. Very, very cool. David has always put out very, very cool tour books from his tours throughout Europe, and this was no exception. David's comeback album, A Real Good Feeling, was released on April the 1st of 2011. This was a much anticipated album. It was David's first studio release since David Hasselhoff Sings America, which was a full-length album. Of course, he did release Jump in My Car as well as You're Not Guilty, which were singles that came out in between. But David Hasselhoff Sings America and David Hasselhoff's Christmas album were both released in 2004. David's big comeback album, A Real Good Feeling, was released in 2011. And the Hoff is Back tour was basically to get David out across Europe to tour, to reconnect with his fans. He was singing some of the classics like Looking for Freedom and Limbo Dance, Veer's Violine, as well as some of the new songs like, of course, A Real Good Feeling, Hey, We Want to Rock the World, as well as a host of others. Now, those are two of the tracks on David's album, A Real Good Feeling. It also featured Lonely Days and Lonely Nights, California Girl, Heartbreak Cafe, which David said was his favorite song on this album. Very, very cool tune. It's also featured in German on the CD as well, so you get two versions of it if you check this one out. My favorite song on the album, of course, is Pina Colada Girl. Pina Colada Girl is a very cool song. David did perform this as well on the Hoff is Back tour. Very, very catchy tune. It was originally released by Baby Alice as Pina Colada Boy, which came out a couple of years earlier. David rewrote the song with some songwriters and reworked it as Pina Colada Girl, put his spin on it. Very, very, very cool song to see him perform live. If you can, check out on YouTube, there are some cool live clips of it, of him performing this song live, in addition to the studio version on the album. Now, there are, of course, two versions of this CD. This is the regular studio version, and of course the party version, the ultimate party version, which came out. Now this CD features also most of the same tracks, Hey, We Want to Rock the World, A Real Good Feeling, Pina Colada Girl, Heartbreak Cafe, but features some bonus track remixes as well. You get the Fox remix of A Real Good Feeling and two David Hasselhoff exclusives. You get the Hoff Party Mega Mix, which is about a 10-minute long mix of some of David's new songs from the CD. You get A Real Good Feeling, Hey, We Want to Rock the World, Let's Have a Party. It's 10 minutes. It has a really cool intro, which could also be used for David in concert, which talks about the release of his CDs of Night Rocker, which we're going to cover on a future episode, as well as Looking for Freedom and some other hits. Awesome intro, awesome mega mix. It also features the Hoff Medley, which features new recordings of Looking for Freedom, Crazy for You, Do the Limbo Dance. Definitely worth checking out. As well as a song by Bella Vita. Now, Bella Vita, we're going to talk about in the future also, was the group comprised of David's daughters Taylor Ann and Haley Hasselhoff, and they have their song Masquerade, which is an exclusive to David's Real Good Feeling album. So you can still check out these two albums. They are available on Amazon.com, even here in the US at Amazon.com, as well as Amazon.co.uk and Amazon.de. The studio version you can pick up at a pretty good price around the world. It's definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of David's music. To me, the album is kind of a throwback to Looking for Freedom. It definitely has some rock songs, has Pina Colada Girl, which has the dance vibe to it, and it has some classic Schlager music that David performed throughout his songs on the his time with Jack White on the Jack White albums. And again, like I said, the album definitely does remind me of the Looking for Freedom album. Now, what I have here is the Hoff is Back concert DVD. This was a European exclusive. It does play on most DVD players. It plays here in the United States. It's a Region 0 DVD. Now, this was filmed exclusively for this concert DVD, which was several months prior to the Hoff is Back tour, but it was for sale on the Hoff is Back tour, and it was used as a promo tool to kind of show people what David is like in concert. Features a lot of his hits. This as well is available on Amazon.de as well as Amazon.co.uk. David kicks off this concert with This Is the Moment, goes right into Feeling Good, Is Everybody Happy, Let's Dance Tonight, Torero Te Quiero. Those three songs are kind of mixed in together and are from the Looking for Freedom album. Of course, classics like Rhinestone Cowboy and Jump in My Car, Crazy for You. I highly recommend picking up this DVD if you can get your hands on it. If you've never seen David live in concert, the DVD will definitely take you on a journey David Hasselhoff style. You can party Hoff style with the Hoff by checking out the Hoff is Back on DVD, picking up A Real Good Feeling and A Real Good Feeling party version. And the tour book, there are some copies still available. They're very, very limited, but if you go to the Hoff shop at davidhasselhoffonline.com, click on shop, there are a few copies of this tour book. Very, very reasonable price. It is filled with some awesome pictures, as you saw earlier, so definitely want to check it out and add this to your David Hasselhoff collection. This week's edition of Hoff Talk TV is of course brought to you by SkullsOnFireJewelry.com.
Are you tired of the same old jewelry everywhere you look? Isn't it time you spruced up your jewelry collection with some of the hippest, hottest, most happening jewelry going today? Well, Taylor Ann Hasselhoff is bringing to you SkullsOnFireJewelry.com. Skulls on Fire Jewelry features a huge line of unisex jewelry, rings, bracelets, necklaces, both men and women. Make a statement everywhere you go. Check out SkullsOnFireJewelry.com today.
David Hasselhoff's latest single, True Survivor, it has now over 18 million views worldwide on YouTube as well as on Vivo. The song is still red hot. If you haven't checked out the Kung Fury movie, you want to do that also. And we're anxiously anticipating the full release of a longer version of Kung Fury in the near future. Now, there is a very, very limited edition David Hasselhoff True Survivor 45 record available. If you go to KungFury.com, there's a link to KungFuryShop.com where you can purchase David Hasselhoff's True Survivor. It is in very limited supplies. The soundtrack album was also released on vinyl LP. That's completely gone. That's sold out, but there are some limited copies of the 45 still available. So go to KungFury.com and check out their shop link. Want to remind everybody also that David's latest single release on the Devil's Carnival soundtrack is now available on iTunes. Hallelujah, the Devil's Carnival soundtrack features a song Only by Design by David Hasselhoff, and you can now purchase the song individually by itself around the world. So definitely want to pick that up and add that to your iTunes music collection. It's called Only by Design, and it's from Hallelujah, the Devil's Carnival. Now, Hallelujah, the Devil's Carnival is officially open and the road show is taking place. If you want to pick up tickets for the Hallelujah, the Devil's Carnival road show to view the movie live and see some of the very cool acts that are touring with the show, go to davidhasselhoffonline.com for a complete listing of ticket information and tour dates. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for tuning in to Hoff Talk TV. Remind you to subscribe to Tight Jeans Films. There's some big things going on with the production company that takes care of us here at Hoff Talk TV, and some film festivals and some other big news going on. So subscribe to them now. They're taking off. And I want to remind everybody, as usual, check out DavidHasselhoffOnline.com. Follow David Hasselhoff and myself on Twitter. And remember, each and every day when you're out there living your life to stay positive, keep a positive attitude, and never ever give up. Dreams do come true. One man can make a difference.